The Professional Engineer's Seal. The Professional Engineers Act, with some exceptions, requires engineers to affix their seal to documents that contain engineering content resulting from their acts of professional engineering. PEO is the engineering regulator for the province of Ontario and issues a seal to every license holder, or engineer. The seal is an impression of a stamp that indicates the type of license, the license number, the name of the license holder, and any limitations on the license. As the professional mark of an engineer, the seal demonstrates reliance, authorship, and accountability. Reliance. The seal assures that the engineering content within the sealed document meets the standards of the engineering profession. Authorship. The seal defines the engineering work performed, identifies the responsible engineer, and attests that the engineer was qualified to perform that work. Accountability. The seal also establishes that the responsible engineer is accountable for any professional misconduct or incompetence related to the engineering work. However, the seal is not a certification mark or warranty of accuracy, nor is it a guarantee of a successful project outcome, which instead depends on factors outside the control of the engineer. The use of the Professional Engineer's Seal is a statutory obligation for the engineer holding the license and the seal. Every engineer must affix their seal to the document and indicate which part of the work they performed. Affixing the seal is their statutory obligation, not a contractual requirement. A substitute or proxy must not seal or sign on behalf of the engineer. The details of when and how to affix the seal are outlined in the Professional Engineers Act and its regulations, and further elaborated in PEO's guidelines. Affixing the seal. Before sealing a document, engineers must check whether it contains engineering content that needs to be reviewed and sealed by an engineer, confirm that the engineering content is complete and meets all applicable codes and standards, and verify the engineering content is correct. When affixing the seal, engineers must make the stamp impression, whether physical or digital, ensure that the impression is clear, especially the license number and name, indicate the purpose of sealing the document, and describe their part of the work, and add their signature, not initials, and the date. Engineers must seal all completed engineering documents for which they are responsible, including drawings, specifications, plans, reports, designs, and models. However, there are two exceptions where engineers are not required to seal documents, but could choose to do so for traceability purposes as a best practice. First, if an engineering document is exclusively for internal company use and will not be shared outside the firm. And second, if the engineering content does not require an engineer to complete it. Engineers must not seal unfinished engineering documents, such as drafts. They also cannot seal non-engineering documents, such as personal or business correspondence, contracts, leases, or passport applications. Engineers are not permitted to use their seals as a notary seal, or in company logos, advertising, letterhead, business cards, or other promotional materials. The seal exists as both a physical stamp impression and a digital facsimile. Whether using the physical or digital stamp impression, engineers must affix their seal properly and when required by legislation. They must also take reasonable steps to manage and secure their seals, digital signatures, and sealed documents to avoid misuse of their seal and signature. The seal is a critical mark of qualification and responsibility for professional engineers. Proper use of the seal upholds public trust by identifying responsible engineers and demonstrating professional accountability. Engineers must adhere to the requirements for sealing documents, understand their responsibilities, and avoid misuse of their seals. By following these standards, engineers maintain the integrity of their work. For more information about the Professional Engineer Seal, check the PEO guidelines.